everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Colts going up against the Jaguars.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Leonard Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Mahomes to throw on second down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter. Maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a 2nd straight week.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a handoff as they run left side. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Mahomes. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit him over the top.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. A handoff to Fournette. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And now a first down following that long gain. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. The 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Jags defense. So they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no surprise if Vinatieri able to convert there. He is, of course, the owner of the NFL record for most postseason field goals.
Hard to believe he was undrafted coming out of college. And now here he is into his 40s, and he's still one of the best kickers around.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
second down, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A handoff as they run the counter play. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Block on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more...
Touchdown, Indianapolis! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And some space here. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Luck now to throw. And he's got Moncrief. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Luck connecting with Moncrief for the Indianapolis first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Luck. Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Time running out here on the play clock. Just beating the play clock is Luck. This will be caught at about the 6. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Luck. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out.
And look out, I think he's going to go. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And they give this time to the tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
From the gun on third down, locked. And that is incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now they try the right side here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now a handoff looking right. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Andrew Luck in the final minute. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Here we go now.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here we go. No, Jack Patrick.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.